Michael J. Fox with his stunt doubles on the set of Back to the Future Part 2, 1989. Steve Martin. Jack Nicholson. Children washing a meerkat, South Africa, 1950s. Topia Pihi Turoa, chief of the Ngati Patutokotoko subtribe of the Te Ati Haunui a Paparangi tribe of the Upper Wanganui River, wearing a feather cloak and holding a hatchet. New Zealand, c. 1860. Camouflage trees like this one was used to spy on the enemy during World War I. Money is rubbish. Times of hyperinflation in Germany, 1923. Princess Diana, Australia, 1983. Demonstrators rally in support of jailed civil rights leader Wally Nelson, circa 1965. Dental X-ray machine, circa 1960. The egg rush of the 1850s. San Francisco, overwhelmed by a wave of 300,000 gold prospectors, was suffocated by famine. When chicken eggs became a luxury, attention turned to the Farallon Islands. Murray eggs sparked a full-blown war. Icelandic men celebrate the lifting of the ban on beer. Iceland, 1989. Sex Pistols. Diana visits the British subjects of Hong Kong in 1989, 5 months after China's crackdown in Tiananmen Square. At the time, the British government was aiding the escape of Chinese dissidents through Hong Kong as part of Operation Yellowbird. Jackie Kennedy giving a televised tour of the White House in 1962, viewed by an estimated 80 million people. She was a champion of White House historic preservation. As a result of pilot error, a transport plane dropped a load intended for the Women's Battalion to the fighters. Southern Rhodesia, January 1980. British aircraft carrier HMS Hermes en route to the Falkland Islands, 17 April 1982. Let's back Nixon, 1960s, United States. Berkeley, California in 1969. Tom Dunphy as General Westmoreland protesting the Vietnam War. Harrison Ford and Ke Huy Quan on the set of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom in 1984. 1987, a massive bomb blast at a remembrance ceremony at Enniskillen, Northern Ireland. According to Time magazine, this photo depicts what the ideal female body should look like. 1950. Marlon Brando and Charlie Chaplin. Mercedes Elinek, the girl after whom the car was named, 1900s. Child labourers at a packing plant, Baltimore, Maryland, 1909. Teddy Boys, London, 1954 to 1955, working-class youth turning Edwardian fashion into rebellion. Sharp suits, slick hair, rock and roll and attitude. The streets became their stage and confidence their weapon. Traditional Norwegian village house. Al Jolson, the world-famous black man. Freddie Mercury aboard a Shinkansen bullet train departing from Nishinomiya, Japan, en route to Nagoya as part of Queen's Hot Space Tour, October 25, 1982. Fitness in the United States, 1890 sign. A young Mila Jovovich with her dog. Gold mined by prospectors, Australia, 1851. Princess Anna, later Sarah Forbes Bonetta, goddaughter to Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom, taken to England as a child, supposedly after a kingdom war. The Japanese aircraft carrier Zuiho camouflaged as a warship, October 25, 1944. Participants in a sack race during the 5th Bombay Mountain Battery's Sports Day, 1936. Norma Jean Mortensen, also known as Marilyn Monroe, posing in the 1940s. Auxiliary Territorial Service Archery, 1940. Jennifer Aniston, late 90s. Three children sitting on an alligator on the beach, 1930s. Winona Ryder on the set of Beetlejuice, 1987. Kokoshnik, traditional Russian headpiece, early 20th century. A girl drinks water from a street fountain. Newly arrived immigrants at Ellis Island undergoing the dreaded eye exam for trachoma, a contagious eye disease. Ellis Island Immigration Station, New York City, 1920. Vintage BDism, 1930s. A pillow fight on a slippery pole on the beach, 1930s. A work by Mexican artist Graciela Iturbide titled Jano. The title Jano refers to Janus, the two-faced deity, reflected in the mask on the girl's face. Ocumichu, Michoacan, Mexico, 1980. This photo shows an examination of the crater left by the Sedan underground nuclear explosion in Nevada. It is the largest artificial crater in the United States. 1963. War orphans looking through garbage cans for food, Tokyo, 1946. Following World War II, a United States Marine investigates two extremely young Japanese child soldiers on Okinawa, 1945. Kurt Cobain at the piano, circa 1970. Stevie Wonder at a children's home for the blind in London, 1970. George Orwell with a puppy during the Spanish Civil War, 1937. Natalie Wood and James Dean. (1942) Japanese flutists wearing wicker headgear. (1981) A Belfast girl chats to a soldier out patrolling the streets in the Falls Road area. Jennifer Love Hewitt, 1998. Sir Sean Connery. Two people navigating a boat through a tunnel in Great Kingdom, 1960s. The world's heaviest baseball player weighing 205 kilograms, 1908. Donald Trump at his Mar-a-Lago residence, Florida, 1992. a young chimney sweep, United States, early 20th century. A patient undergoes an examination. The sound of his heartbeat is amplified by a loudspeaker. On February 12, 1987, a bank robbery occurred. Lab Singh and his gang managed to steal 60 million rupees from the Punjab National Bank building. French shepherds in stilts around 1900. The first Academy Award ceremony. Fidel Castro and Muammar Gaddafi in 1977. Tripoli, Libya. First cat photo bomb, 1895, North Dakota. A girl sticks out her tongue at a ceremony in Dublin, Ireland, 1960s. Einstein holding an Einstein doll. Santa parachutes into the mall in Carroll's, Florida, 1962. Extras from the film Spartacus, 1960. July 30th, 1987. Assassination attempt on Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, who arrived in Sri Lanka on an official visit. Dutch Army armoured car camouflaged with flowers. A child is being indoctrinated into the KKK in Macon, Georgia, 1946. Fashion trend where teenage girls wore dog collars over their socks. Los Angeles, 1953. A trench from World War I, 100 years apart, 1914 and 2014. Kate Capshaw, Steven Spielberg, George Lucas and Harrison Ford on set of Temple of Doom, 1984. Fireman cools the peloton down during the 1950 Tour de France. A gift for a loved one on St. Valentine's Day, London, 1895. Sofia Vergara, 1990s. 12-year-old Christopher Walken. Empress Elizabeth of Austria hiding her face from early paparazzi circa 1865. A woman jumps rope with her dog. A woman sat in the wagon reserved for white people to protest against apartheid, 1952. President-elect John F. Kennedy at the Orange Bowl game, in the regular seating area with the regular crowd before his inauguration, Miami, Florida, January 3rd, 1961. A Soviet family watches Ronald Reagan's New Year's Eve message, December 31st, 1985. Salvador Dali at an autograph session photographed with a fisheye lens. A woman is embarrassed by her prosthesis and covers her face with a newspaper, 1890-1900. The fall of Saigon. Fleeing advancing North Vietnamese forces, mobs of South Vietnamese civilians scale the 14-foot wall of the United States Embassy in Saigon, April 29, 1975, trying to reach evacuation helicopters as the last Americans departed from Vietnam. First Lady Florence Harding plants a southern magnolia tree northeast of the entrance to the original, 1902 East Wing on March 29, 1922. Home economics students at Cornell University learn about the different parts of various irons and how to use and maintain the appliance correctly, 1951. Michael Jackson and Madonna at the Oscars, 1991. A lawyer who wishes to remain anonymous at a court hearing. A lady proudly showing her hairdo straight from the 1960s. A 16-year-old Mila Jovovich at Johnny Rockets, 1987. A man in a kanga in Shanghai, circa 1870. (1980s) Tony Hawk at a local skate park. The very first website created by Tim Berners-Lee on August 6, 1991. Marilyn Monroe teaches Patricia Kennedy, John Kennedy's sister, how to swing dance, 1962. Fashion for mature women, Leon Levinstein, New York City, 1950s. Around the time of the Beatles' tour for the United States, Paula Glasser, Kay Czar, Mickey Tomino and Sue Candiotti, superfans rented the services of a chopper to localize the possible place where they resided. They found them. Photo 25 of August 1965. John Lennon attending New York City's Village Halloween Parade 1980. Patrons of Sammy's Bowery Follies Bar in New York City 1943. Protest in Los Angeles. African Americans protest against police brutality, 1968. Two girls sharing a stool in Hollywood at Lee Drugs, 1963. Actress Lindsay Wagner, known for her role as Jaime Summers in the television series The Bionic Woman. The photo was taken as part of a promotional campaign for the series, showing Wagner demonstrating her character's bionic powers. Eleuterio Arturo Leon Mejia is over 90 years old. He has dedicated 65 of those years to barbering. Several generations of his neighbors have occupied his chair. He lives in the Cahuas province of Peru. Grocery shopping in the 1890s. Rolls-Royce of Indian Raja Sir Raghunandana Prasada Sikh, 1907. A boy hugs an elephant's trunk. This photo was taken at London Zoo in the 1950s. Dog, early 20th century. One span of the $1 million bridge of the defunct Copper River and Northwestern Railroad was dropped into the Copper River by the earthquake. Alaska, 1964. A mother multitasking thanks to Nestlé Nurser. She talks on the phone while feeding her baby with a Nestlé Nurser baby bottle holder. 1961. A newspaper seller wearing a mask, Paris, 1929. Elvis Presley with a stack of records featuring his first big hit, That's All Right. Released when he was 19 years old, photo taken 1955. Drew Barrymore, 1982. Angela Merkel in the mid-1990s after leaving science for politics. This photo of Anita Ekberg is definitely one of the best from the 1950s. Display of pornographic images, Beijing, China, 1874. Dustin Hoffman and Peter O'Toole. zebra cart being used as a mode of transport in Calcutta in the 1930s.